Most sales teams are exhausted. They're stuck in a one-to-one grind, demo after demo, manual follow-ups, and the constant soul-crushing circle back. It's a slow, manual way to grow that often ignores how people actually buy software today. I'm going to show you a different path. I call it the content ladder. We're going to talk about how to move from chasing leads to producing a TV show for your brand that builds vampire credibility and closes deals while you sleep. We'll look at how we use this very system to achieve an over 80% conversion rate on leads and put over $2 million of potential ARR in a single virtual room. I've invited two experts that I've worked with for years, Ross St. George and Scott Paris, to explain why this works. The ladder starts by interviewing 3 to 5 of your top clients. We don't just ask if they like you, we extract the ROI. Ross St. George, who has sold millions in SaaS, noted that this requires a specific skill set that most marketers lack.
You understand that in a way that I've never experienced with other marketers in my long career now. People buy software to make more money. How they make more money is in different ways. Increase sales, decrease cost, and then the tree of how that's, yeah. But I really saw it at Breadstack, your masterful ability to extract those things out of people who people buy from. We buy from people. That changed the game on the sales narrative. You're not selling features, you're not selling advantages, you're not following up, you're just driving. Our biggest problem at Breadstack was demand capture. We didn't have a demand gen issue. We had a demand capture issue, and our conversion rate was 80%, like I said.
Once I do those interviews, we produce long-form and short-form content for your YouTube and your social stories. Scott Paris, a specialist in tech ecosystems, saw how this transformed the sales process by meeting people where they are, on their phones.
You did a really great job of being able to capture data and insights as to how Breadstack drove meaningful growth to these organizations, and it made it much easier as you social proofed it through kind of your awareness and educating people on the rise of delivery and ultimately how Breadstack was able to drive growth to the partner. You did a good job of providing new assets consistently. I think you did a really good job from a marketing perspective of being able to arm sales organizations with relevant content so that they could follow up, but it was meaningful engagement and content that helped them make an informed decision on their business.
This is the foundation. We build your authority by having your competitors and happy customers do the selling for you. Once we have these stories, we use them as part of a custom podcast. This isn't just content. It's a platform to invite your biggest prospect whales to speak on your soapbox. Ross explains how this up the ladder strategy builds massive credibility.
I think it's also important to note, Rael, that here we are scaling up the podcast. So we have some big bookings now in the next 3 months, pretty big bookings. And I wouldn't have had the confidence to go get those bookings if I didn't know that I had a pro team. We've doubled MRR for 5 straight months.
We use these episodes on the follow-ups, sending a prospect an interview with their leading competitor instead of one of those just checking in emails. It builds the reputation that you need to scale like a SaaS business, even if you aren't one. The top of the ladder is the hub, a regular virtual event, just like this one, hosted here on the hub, my virtual event platform. This is one-to-many selling at its most surgical. Ross describes the power of getting all your prospects in one room with your advocates.
There was one rail that had $2 million of ARR potential on it.
I think the average was around 600,000, but we had a couple that were like 2.1, 1.8
$1 million worth of ARR potential that would then go into the drip system afterwards. Like, so $2.1 million of ARR shows up. It gets placed accordingly with all the right people that it should, and salespeople placed accordingly too. I'll never forget being in a room. There was two advocates. You know the story I'm going. There was two advocates, and then there was a prospect and me. And one advocate was like, "Breadstuff's great, I'm making money." The other one was starting to talk to the prospect and was like, "If you don't buy this, you're an idiot." Like, so like, I just shut up and let the champions sell them.
And these aren't boring webinars. No one needs another Zoom call in their life. These are social, interactive environments where we pre-place your advocates at tables with your prospective whales. Scott Paris notes that finding someone who can actually coordinate this level of talent is the real challenge.
You've been able to prove that these events are meaningful drivers, and talent acquisition is hard, and you have a skill set in that. So again, if it's out there, sure, but I just think it's challenging to find people that understand the space and can coordinate it.
You can stay in the one-to-one grind, or you can let me build you your very own content ladder. As Ross mentioned, I don't just act as a vendor. I act as your partner.
There's a difference between a vendor and a partner. Rael's not a vendor, he's a partner. Rael is such a good partner. I gave Rael a big chunk of equity in the business that I planned for 10 years and invested my ass off in for 10 years. I gave him a big chunk without even thinking about it, without having to earn it. Like, trust. Bang, here you go. Let's go.
What happens next? I'm heading over to the bar in the hub right now, right in the middle there. If you're serious about accelerating your sales and moving to a one-to-many model, come join me. We can discuss your specific goals, the engagement structure, and how we can get you your first 3 to 5 client stories. There are only 4 spots available for this cohort, and once they're gone, we're going to close the doors to focus on our partners' results. So I will see you over there at the bar.
You got a product, you got a plan. Scrolling past you is every fan. They need a face, they need a why. Not just a logo in a crowded sky. So bring your story in the frame. Let them feel you, say their name. From the laptop to their phone. You don't sell it all alone. It's sold with stories, sold with heart. Sold when they can see your part. In their day, in their dream. On the screen with your whole team. It's sold with questions, sold with truth. Sold when they can talk to you. Turn those strangers into friends. Sold with the calm. That's how it spread. Yeah. Hit record on a quick hello. Ask your people what they wanna know. Host a convo, share the mic. Little live room where the right ones like. From a hallway in your home. You can build a buzzing room. Voices weaving through the chat. Every hate can change the stats. It's so with stories, so with heart. So when they can see your part. In their day, in their dream. On the screen with your whole team. It's so with questions, so with truth. So when they can talk to you. Turn those strangers into friends. SoldWith.com. That's how it spread. Post a talk, spark a thread. One bright clip in their head. From a share to a sale, then more. Every story